Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman with Adventures with Rhiannon, Stardew Valley 1.5, Retired Slow Play, part number 32. It's our first morning of after being married with Harvey yesterday, and he made us breakfast. So that's very sweet. He will. The different characters do different things, and Harvey makes I think it's called a complete breakfast. Look at that! How much it gives you energy and farming. It gives you lots of wonderful things. So again, I talked to him at least twice, a couple conversation pieces, and on the third time, he just gives you a little hug or a kiss, which is really sweet. And after you get married, they still have routines. Harvey still goes to the clinic, but he's around the house early in the mornings usually, and it does other things to help out sometimes. So it's kind of cool. So again, we're taking off where we left off. We're on the 19th day of spring in year number 2. And this is the community center. We're looking at the various bundles and things that we need to finish up before the end of this year. So we're really going to be working on it, trying to find out what we still need, and hopefully get that done before the end of fall is my goal. I do have a reason for my goal, and I'll explain that when we get there. I don't want to do too many spoilers for you. I try not to. Sometimes I just ramble on. I realize, oh my gosh, I probably shouldn't have said that. So I'm sorry if I do. I'll try not to as much as possible. So we're looking here for the things that we need to do our chores in the morning. I really got to get these chests better organized because they certainly are not. But they kind of what you start off with, and I try to not go willy-nilly. I'm going to give my kitty a pet. I try not to go willy-nilly on things, but it's really hard in the beginning because I don't have a place to organize the way I want. When you plant a flower in between your bee boxes, you get better quality honey, and I just got tulip honey for my spring. And look at Nanny's, almost a full hearts. I'm trying to speak and not think at the same time. You can only milk your goats every other day and your cows every day. So I usually keep one cow around, but eventually I like to do goats because goat can make goat cheese, and when you age that cheese, it's a very valuable product. There's lots of ways to make money, and that's one of the ways I like to make money. And it looks like our barn, I just realized our barn is now the deluxe barn. We can have 12 total animals in our barn. It's called a deluxe barn. We had already upgraded our coop to the deluxe coop, and we can have 12 animals in here as well. As you can see, we got something percolating over there in the incubator, and we got a feather that comes I believe from our rabbit. We get either feathers. I'm sorry, I told you completely wrong. Our feather comes from our ducks. So you get duck feathers, which are very valuable actually. I'm going to check in here and see that our star fruit is starting to grow. I have no idea in my memory right now how long it takes for that to grow. It's not in the top of my brain. Put away our things that we don't need. So we got quite a few things to put in our shipping bin today. You can see that I had one duck feather tucked away, and it is a gray quality, and we just got a gold star quality. So I was trying to decide, how many I'm going to keep. I don't remember what we use them for. I hate to get rid of them if I'm going to need them because I don't know when I'll get more, but I am going to go ahead and ship off one of them. And I can show you, if I remember, what the value of that, the duck feather is. I'm sorry, I told you the wrong thing. I wasn't thinking. Obviously, a duck feather comes from a duck. Oh my goodness. Okay, checking our seeds here, and what seeds that we can grow. If you hold your mouse over the seeds, it tells you when they can be planted and how long it takes for them to mature. And some plants only give you one crop, and some of them give you multiple. So, like for instance, right now I've got some strawberry seeds planted, and they're going to give us multiple strawberries if they mature in time. I didn't get them until pretty late into the season. I just planted a couple garlic seeds. It only takes 4 days to get a garlic. And look at that. We now can have 4 more hearts with Harvey. So that's interesting. When we get there, other things happen. Lewis, we've got 3 more hearts we can get. And as you can see, some of them are grayed out. So the people that are potential spouses, you can only get up to the 8 hearts, I think it is. The other ones, people like Pam, you can get 10 hearts with Pam total. So it varies, and you can look at that list yourself to see. And you can see that I've got some kind of pickles ready over there. So what are we going to pop in there now? Not sure. I'm really hesitant about certain things because I don't have very many of them, like the sunflower seed. I hated to take that out of my... But at the same time, we want more sunflowers, so I need to pop that into the seed maker. So I was really debating on that. It's like, oh, I hate to do that. Again, I'm looking at the relationships, and I see how many people I've given gifts to. I really need to start working on these relationships. Again, you get, aside from just being, friends with everybody in town, you get gifts from them. You get recipes and all kinds of things depending upon the person. So it's important if you want to advance in the game, and that's one way that I can advance in the game. So here I'm just kind of looking over things and saying, okay, what do I want to give as gifts and to whom? And what do they like? Giving gifts that they like helps your relationship points go up a little more. And we definitely want to do that. Looking up here for the various flowers and things that you can forage is a really good way to get things to give people. They're absolutely free. They don't cost you anything, but it's a little bit of time. And so that's what I was trying to do. It's like, okay, what can I forage? Where's the flowers? And who can I give them to? This is the overview map of the town, and I was just checking to who I want to go see, which I think is Jody, and I wanted to give her a gift and have again, if you talk to them, that helps, and then if you give them a gift, that helps. Jody, come back. Where are you going, Jody? I want to give you a present. Oh, see, it makes her day really special. So that's a good. So I'm looking, okay, who do I want to work on? And we really need to start working on these people and get them up to a certain level. It did not mean to sit down in the chair. This is Kent, and so I just wanted to say hi to him real quick. And there's Sam standing out there on his little skateboard. Sam, I think, is a single person that you can marry, and I've mentioned this in previous episodes. Being a senior, it just doesn't make sense to me to marry Sam or any of the younger people because they're kids. So in my head, it's like, please, Mr. Concerned Ape, it would be really nice if in future updates you added some more senior type characters as possible marrying people. Harvey's okay. He looks kind of seniorish, but not overly. I brought these items because I knew that I needed them for some bundles, and I thought there was also a parsnip that was needed. Again, I'm looking at these different ones because I really want to finish the community center, and I didn't do a very good job of checking to see if I had things available that I could bring up. I haven't been following up on that the past few episodes. I'm not doing a very good job on that, so I need to make sure that I get up here and get the community center worked on. This is the JoJo Mart, and I hate the JoJo Mart. I know a lot of people decide to there's 2 different ways you can go. You can destroy the JoJo Mart, or you can do the community center. I choose the community center. Pam, I wanted to give her that parsnip, and it helps our relationship. And I can see, okay, who am I? Who else can I give gifts to? I believe it's only Every week you can give them 2 gifts a week. So it's important that if you're trying to work on these relationships, give them 2 gifts a week. It only helps you reach those higher relationships faster. So you can talk to them and give them gifts, and try to give them gifts that they like at least, or love, one or the other. And if you haven't watched any previous episodes, you could find out by accident, just trial and error, or you can go to the wiki. And I do have the links to the wiki as well as the main page on the description, and also the forums. The forums are amazing. I encourage you to set up an account on those forums and join the incredible community that that is Stardew Valley. I have been a member of that forum for a very long time, almost as long as I've played, I think, and they have been so incredibly helpful and welcoming. And I use it for so many things. I really love that you can post pictures of your farms, and my eventual farm that you'll see here, I cannot take credit for any of it. I look through all of the beautiful pictures that people have posted of their farms, and I use pieces of it to design what I will eventually end up with here. I decided that we need to go to the mine and get some ore and things, so that's what we're going to do. I've got cave carrots. I've got a couple of rings, and I wasn't sure which ones that I want to keep, which ones I want to sell. There's an adventure center, and you can sell your extra rings and swords there, and I think there's boots and things like that you can sell too. And so things I know I'm not going to use anymore, might as well take it up there and make some money, right? So I want to head up there. I've got my pickaxe and my sword. So that's the things you need to have at the mine. You can get directly to the mine from this wonderful little cart. And I'm going to, since it's after 2 p.m., that's when the Adventure Center opens. I'm going to go in there and go ahead and sell these 2 items that I don't want anymore. And I know I'm not going to ever wear them or use them. You click on the guy and you can see I can sell that 100 for that topaz ring and 250 for that Neptune's sword that I'm not going to use. So look at that. That's awesome. Go back over here, and I'm going to go into the mine. It's been a while since we've been there. We generally now, the only thing I use the mine for is if I need to fish up any certain fish, which I think I've already done, or if I want to get certain kinds of ore. Again, if you don't remember what you're looking for is located, then you can go to the wiki and you can search, iron ore or copper or whatever it is you're looking for, and it will tell you where you're more likely to find it, which floors of the mine or which creature, whatever it is, which creatures you're looking for. In the Adventurer Guild, there's a wall, there's like a sign thing on the wall, and if you're trying again for 100% completion, it tells you where the creatures are. You have to kill X number of slimes or whatever it is, and that's how you can find out where they are located, where they are most likely to show up. So here I'm looking for specific things. So these levels get so much easier as I get better boots and better weapons, and oh my gosh, this level is infested. It's not so hard at these levels. I think I'm only on level 7. The infestation happened to be slimes. Oh, look at this, Sam's holiday shopping list, and it's giving you what gifts people like to get. So those secret notes really come in handy and can help you. So if you go back and refer to them before you give somebody a bad gift, you're more likely to find good gifts. And they can be really simple things. A lot of the loved gifts are cooked foods. And as you've seen, I don't think I've even cooked anything yet. And look at that. And once I killed all of the creatures, a way down has appeared somewhere. There it is, right by the stairs. And there was also a crystal there that we picked up. So now we're back at a normal level. We're on level 8, and there's some copper. Those things that are flying right by you, as long as you don't let them bump into you, they won't bother you. But I wanted the bug meat, so the bug meat can be used to make bait. So I wanted to go ahead and kill it. It's like, I'm sorry, sweet little thing that isn't hurting me unless I bump into you. Okay. Oh, got a geode and a quartz. Quartz makes refined quartz when we put it in our furnace, and we're getting quite a bit of copper, and that was kind of what we were looking for today, is copper, copper, copper. Oh, and we're hitting quite a bit. Oh, that's good. Yay. I love it when you see it in clumps like that. So again, I was looking for copper ore, and I checked the wiki and say, which levels am I likely to find copper ore on? And I found out which one, and that's where we're looking. You can see that sometimes the copper nodes are there, but occasionally when you hit just what looks like a regular stone, you'll get stone and copper both. But that's kind of a one-off type situation. It's not something, I don't necessarily hit stones just to get some copper. If I'm looking for copper and I find all the copper that's obvious on the level, then now I'm just looking for the stairs. And we end up finding one of these guys. So I went ahead, oh, look at that. We got a cherry bomb from it. So that's cool. A lot of people use bombs extensively in the mines. I'm kind of a non-bomb person. Other than getting them free, like I just got a cherry bomb for free, that's great, but I hate making them. It takes resources to make them. Yes, it makes mining go a lot faster. So if you are into faster mining, then by all means make your bombs. I don't. I use them if I get them for free, and they are faster, but I don't want to spend resources making bombs. Some people buy them. Again, it's once you are flush with money, great, make your bombs or buy your bombs. Ooh, an aquamarine. I think we needed that for something, and I wanted the bug meat. Sorry, bug. So again, I'm not a bomb person. I stuck that over there on my bar in case I end up seeing a space where there's like a whole bunch of copper together. But if there's not a whole bunch of stuff clustered, I'll just go ahead and do it my own way. Again, you can play this your own way. And that's kind of one of the nice things about this game is play it your own way. I'm playing it at a retired slow play. That's my way. So that's how I play. And there's all kinds of ways to play. And there's other YouTubes if you want to say, wait a minute, that doesn't seem very efficient. Well, then play your own way. This is my way. It's very relaxed. I know I've had someone tell me they don't find killing creatures relaxing. I'm doing it in the most relaxed way possible. I'm just chilling and looking for some copper. There's got to be more copper in here. I was thinking, man, I don't want to go any too far down. It's already 9:30 at night. There seems to be a lot of stone in my way, but I wanted to double check and see if there's any clusters of copper or nodes around. It doesn't seem like oh, look at that, and another geode. But let's see what we got. We currently have 33 copper, and we're getting some bug meat out of the deal, which is good. Bug meat can make ore. Now these guys, you got to kill them. Oh, look at that. We got a dwarf scroll and bug meat and everything. We're getting so much better. It used to take us like 4 or 5. Look at that. Master Slayer goal has achieved. And we got a scroll that we need to take to Gunther and an ancient seed. Cool. Gunther can tell you what that ancient seed is. So we ended up with 2 things to take to the museum. So that was cool. And that was from just killing those wormy looking bug things. And there's more down here. It's like, oh my gosh, bug things and a shell creature and copper. Oh, it's getting late though. It's 10:50. Ugh, maybe we can kill all these real quick and get home at a reasonable hour. Again, since we got the mine carts open, all we got to do is go back to the main part of the beginning part of the mine, and we can take that cart right next to our house. So let's go ahead and grab this extra copper that I'm seeing here, and it's 11:20. And oh, look at that, 3 in 1 piece. Oh, that's awesome. But it's getting pretty late, and we've got quite a bit. We got 46 ore, so that's super. But I thought that if we could get back to this adventure guild before it closes, which it closed at 10 o'clock, so it's only open from 2 to 10. We've achieved something. So I don't know what it is that we've achieved, but we achieved something. So we want to go back and find out what that is or what that was. And so a real quick click, and we go back to the bus stop, and we'll be home in no time. So later on in the game, we're going to have a way to get home even faster. So that's like a hint of something to come. So that's cool. It's 12:10. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be up too much later. Should put my stuff away, but not. I'm going to go ahead and hop into bed and get some sleep. Oh, look at that. Mining is number 8. So we can craft those mega bombs. Probably not gonna. It just takes too much resources. I don't know. So we're up on day 20 of spring in year number 2. So we're just cranking along. You can see the Harvey's already up. Where did he go? He's not even at our refrigerator like usual. And of course, I'm still checking the weather. It doesn't really matter at this point. Spirits are in good humor if we go to the mines. At this point, I don't care. I don't even see Harvey. Where did he go? Oh, look at that. Clint is giving us copper bars. Thanks, Clint. Appreciate that. So I'm loaded down with resources. I'm loaded down with all my mining stuff. And I'll put the bombs away in the cave carrots. And so just checking my mine chest. And looks like we've got some stuff ready to go. Oh, look at all these good resources that we picked up yesterday. So awesome on that. And trying to make sure that I'm putting that away. Oh, look at that. We're over 200 copper ore now. Again, I'm double checking to see. Oh, look at that ancient seed. Ooh, that's cool. I don't know if we already have one or not. I'm not sure. Putting away things that we don't need to take to Gunther. These minerals. I kind of have a mineral chest now. And I'm almost positive I need that aquamarine for the community center, but I'm more interested in heading to town on these items. And we also need to get our morning chores done, which we haven't done yet. And we've got crops and oh my goodness, so much to do. And it's already 7 o'clock in the morning. We wasted a whole hour. It's like, okay, come on, get these things done. Gotta go milk the cow and the goat and already got the water. Harvey must have done that. Harvey will sometimes water the cat's bowl. Not every day, but sometimes. And so I was like, what did Harvey do? Other things that they do is to repair broken fences. The hardwood fences take a lot longer to break down than the regular wood fences, but your spouse will repair the fences sometimes if they do break down. So there's just a few things that they do, which is nice, and it makes me that complete breakfast, which is great. It's a great food when you haven't been cooking yet. It's a good one to take to the mines and stuff. So anyway, we got ourselves some goat milk, a large Gold Star goat milk. That's great. And we got our iridium quality large milk. So that's awesome. I was just checking, and occasionally, I'll pet them, but I don't pay attention. But then every once in a while, I'll go back and go, wow, are we Wolfroll Stars with all of our animals? We'll get higher quality products from them. So, loving on the animals is a good thing. And just collect, oh, look at that, another dinosaur egg. Awesome. More dinosaurs on the way, hopefully. I don't know what's in the incubator right now. I think it's a dinosaur, but I can't remember. So right now we have got 3 dinosaur eggs. So that's cool. And it's like, what the heck am I doing? I got too many eggs in my hand here. And I got a dinosaur egg. Oh my goodness. And let's go on and get to our rest of our chores. We've got so much to do today. I also realized I had not donated a dinosaur egg to the museum yet. So since we've got a number of them already, I thought, you know what, let's take one in, because we're going to the museum anyway. We've got other things to take there. So I thought maybe we should go ahead and harvest our products here. Oh, it's too many things. Strawberries. Remember I said that once your strawberries are mature, they give you multiple harvest. So those strawberry plants stayed there, and I don't know how many more we'll get. We only have 8 more days left of this season. Look at all these beautiful cauliflowers that are ready. Wonderful. Love it, love it, love it. So if you saw each cauliflower, just the normal quality, not the higher ones, give you 400 per if you put them in the preserves jar. So that is awesome. So let's see. This chest is getting pretty full of the all of our beautiful spring products that we are growing. So awesome. I was like, I know I missed one. And I did. So I was double checking here. So let's go put away the things that we don't need for our morning chores, our bucket and our watering can, which we didn't need at all since Harvey apparently watered our cat bowl. So we appreciate that, Harvey. Thank you so very much. I was kind of looking here to see what seeds that we have and how much time we have left. The garlic takes 4 days to grow. And we've got 8 days left in the season. I'm going to dump in our things that we want to sell. And again, we never leave home without our hoe. You never know when you're going to find those little wormy things sticking out of the ground. Right when I started to go out of town, right out of the corner of my eye, I saw that there was more things that I missed harvesting, which were the parsnips. So I was like, oh my gosh, how could I have missed that? Sometimes I'm rushing along and I'm looking in a different direction. So it's also really embarrassing when I'm letting you guys see my mistake. It's like, oh my goodness, I should have seen that. But I didn't, so it's okay. So we've got a few things to do in town, and we just got some more mixed seeds from our little wormy things. They're called artifact spots, but they look like worms sticking out of the ground wiggling to me, so I call them wormy things. So anyway, let's see, it's 11:20. We got, I hate that particular quest because I swear I mess it up every single time. I have messed it up before and gifted Clint a single copper ore instead of doing whatever it is he wants. I know it's me. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. So we have got a couple of geodes. So let's go. Oh, look there. Hi, Lewis. Say hi to him. Here to collect the business tax. Okay. I like to pop geodes if I've got them when I come to town because I might end up in an artifact that I can take to the museum. So if I'm doing both, I'll stop here first. And look at that. We got ourselves 10 copper ore out of the deal. Run around and say hi to Clint because I forget to say hi to him all the time. He's another one of those. He's like the children. They're one of the last ones that I make good friends with because I forget to talk to him and give him gifts and things. So we're going to donate some things to the museum here. So let's see what we got. We've got a scroll. That's the 4th one. So that's awesome. We've got a dinosaur egg. So that goes, you can put them anywhere you want. New rewards. So we got some rewards coming from Gunther. What do we got today? Oh boy, a Dwarfist translation guide, an ancient seed, and an ancient seed recipe. So those are important things that we have here. Seriously. Ancient seed, you can make your own ancient seeds now from an ancient seed. So if you find another one, you can make your own seed packs, basically. So cool. Those are very important. Your ancient seeds are going to be very important to our financial future. So I'm headed home. So we've got our ancient seed that we can plant. We've got all that wonderful copper ore. We had 2 of those red scrolls. So that is the 4th one that we have. And so I do like to keep spares of the artifacts that, we get extra ones. I like to keep extras. Some of them can be used for other things, and since I don't know in the present moment what they can be used for, I'm going to hang on to them because selling them is useless, absolutely useless. So I'm thinking that we need to go ahead and get this ancient seed planted. You can see that our star fruit is growing, and so what I was doing is thinking, I don't want to plant this without the deluxe speed grow because it'll grow faster. So back over to the deluxe speed grow. I think I have one in my chest here somewhere. Wasn't sure. And I'm looking in the wrong chest, of course. It's like, oh my gosh. I'm a dodo head. Oh, I know what I'm thinking. I need to move that sprinkler. And to move it, you've got to have an axe. So I want to move it to a little bit different location. So I'm really thinking about that right now. It's like, where do I want to put this? And because I've already planted that star fruit and it can't be moved. I need to keep it where it's at. And so it's like, okay, I want to put that right there. I was going to move, that's why I got the axes. I was going to move that sprinkler, but for now it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. So your star fruits produce a plant, and then the plant is dead after that. It doesn't produce more. So we can relocate and reshift things around later after that first star fruit gets produced. So anyway, what I was thinking here is like, okay, I've got a bunch of garlic that I have from the seeds that I made myself. So I'm going to go ahead and plant them. We've got 8 days left in the year, so it's only going to take 4 for them to grow. And so I thought, let's go ahead and get them planted and make good use of our garlic. So again, it's not like a crop I will be growing tons and tons of, but since I had enough to make seeds. Look at all those. I can make seeds from all of those, and they take 4 days to grow, and we can get money from it irregardless. So that's what I was thinking. It's like, okay, put them in there. 10 seconds later, we have more seeds. 10 seconds is all it takes in our seed maker. So, and it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters which vegetable or fruit you put in there. It takes 10 seconds. So now I've got a whole bunch. I've got 5 garlic seeds. Again, those are from the ones we planted before, and we're going to go ahead and stick them in here. So what I was doing is like, okay, I had those already ready. Let's run up and put more in the seed maker. Right now we've got 3 more, so run down there and plant 3 more. So it's just a quick crop that you can grow. I do this in the beginning, in the early game, because I don't have what I want to grow quickly, and that I want that makes a better product that's more money. So I go ahead and just do these garlic ones. It's fine. We're going to use it anyway, and I like to have something of everything in my chest. And so if this is the first episode you've watched of mine, there's a couple things that you might want to know. First off, this is a retired slow playthrough. I do not power game at all. I don't do the most effective, efficient way of doing things. I do it my own way. And so I do know which crops create the most money. And in the spring, it is cauliflower. But it takes quite a while to do the cauliflower. I can't remember how many days it takes to grow the cauliflower. So I know that I'm running out of time for the season. It's only 8 days left, and I know I can get some garlic in here to grow, and that gives us something anyway. But we don't have enough time to grow another batch of cauliflower. In future seasons, I plan that out a little bit better. The first day of the spring, I will be doing cauliflower, and then I'll have enough to grow another batch. I'll have enough seeds to grow a whole nother batch in our planting area. And our planting area will expand eventually. This is what we have so far, but it's a process. It's a growing process. It's just like upgrading our coop and upgrading the barn. It takes time and money. So anyway, we got 10,000 again now, so that's good. That's going to be helpful for our next animal that we need to purchase. And we have reasons for needing those animals for the community center. So we'll get there. You'll see which ones they are. Again, I'm not in any huge rush. I'm just planting garlic all over the place. And that's okay. It doesn't matter at this point. We'll still make money out of it one way or the other. So I think I got a few more spaces left to plant something. So again, I'm kind of sticking with the garlic just because It's the first one that I noticed that I had enough of. Plus, I see they're only 4 days, and so that's why I'm doing that. Just throwing something in there so I've got something planting, so I'm not wasting my time. If that makes sense. So I had a spot open, and it's like, stick it in there. I didn't even put the deluxe speed grow down. So it's just getting something planted so that I have something planted. I'll be much more fussy, particular, as time goes on, as I flesh out what my farm is really going to end up looking like. So again, keeping my that's a charcoal kiln if you haven't seen that before, and it was a reward item for something, and it turns 10 pieces of wood into a piece of coal, and I'd like to keep that going. And then my furnaces, of course, are making taking iron ore and making iron bars out of it. So just kind of staying on top of things, and I'm looking, and it's like, I just don't know what I should be making in my seed maker at this point. I really don't. Tomatoes, again, I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, I've got so much summer stuff, certain summer things ready, and I really am not organized with my seeds. You can see they're everywhere. But eventually we'll have like one chest for summer, spring seeds, one chest for the fruits and vegetables, and then of each season. That's what I'll end up with eventually. Eventually, everything's eventually. I know you keep hearing me say that, but we're getting there. I mean, think about where we first started, episode 1. We walked onto this farm and there was just a mess. There was no space to do anything. There were rocks, grass, trees, logs. I mean, it was a mess. And so we've come a long way. We have a long way to go, but that's okay. Are we in a rush? Absolutely not. We'll get there. It's fun. This is a wonderful game, and I'm really am grateful to be sharing it with you. And if you like it enough, you can buy it yourself. And I think it's usually about $15 or so on Steam, which is where I got it from. You can also download a mobile version for tablets and phones, and I don't know how much it is for those. I do have it on my iPad, and there's some things I actually like better. For instance, combat is so much better on the iPad because it has an automatic fight feature, and it's just what it sounds like. You walk in, and as soon as a creature starts fighting you, or multiple ones, your character, I just take my hands off my iPad and let fight. I wish we had that on this PC version, and I really hope Concerned Ape hears that. I don't know if people have suggested that to him before. There's some of us really don't like fighting. It's such a pain in the neck. I would rather have it on automatic. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. I hate fighting. In this game, you have to, if you want to have completion. And I obviously want completion. And I'm like stumbling around here, clicking on the wrong things. What a dodo head. Anyway, I got off the subject of the different versions. I'm playing 1.5 on PC, and I know that currently at the time of this recording, I don't think 1.5 has come out for the tablets, the mobile version, and it's quite an expansion from the previous update. It was quite shocking to me when I saw it. What was added, I thought this should be 2.0. This is incredible. A ton more stuff to do. A whole nother an island that you get to do and work. It was amazing to me. So there's a big difference. And I'd already done that aquamarine. So I'm sorry, I'm talking and watching at the same time. So it just depends on what you want to play it on. I had it on both, a couple reasons. One, I was somewhere where I was going to be taking my iPad with me, and I wanted to have something to do on it other than just, watching movies or whatever. So I downloaded it just because, and I wanted to support Concerned Ape some more. I think that, I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's an amazing little game, and one guy did everything you see here. Everything from the conversations of the village town, everything, every system that you see here, every item that you see here was created by one person, which to me is just incredible. So let's see what we got. We got some pickles and we got some junk. And look at that, 1571. So we're crawling along, not as much as I would like, as fast as I would like, but it's okay. We're on day 21 of spring of year number 2. 6 a.m. in the morning. Hey, Harvey, how you doing, husband? And he gives me another complete breakfast. Now, did you see me click off of that? The reason for that is because my little box was on that first spot there. If I talked to Harvey right after he gave it to me, I would be giving him the complete breakfast. Oh, we got Pierre requesting something. Plate of sashimi. And you don't really have an option of not accepting the quest. If you hit the X, it still accepts the quest. So it doesn't you don't get to decline it, which is fine. I don't care. They can stay in there forever if I can't do them. Oops, let's try to water the bowl and not the ground. Look at all those pickled somethings. This morning I wanted to get my chores done first. I tend to forget if I get going in the wrong direction or doing other things, I forget, oh yeah, I'll go pet the animals. Oh yeah, I'll go milk the cow and the goat, and I forget all those things. Nanny has no milk. Every other day on the goats, every day on the cow. Cow gives you regular cheese and goats give you goat cheese. Goat cheese is extremely valuable, especially later on when we get something special that I'm not going to talk about yet. Oh, Chicken Little. I love my Chicken Little. And there's my duck. I got 2 ducks, I think. And dinosaurs. And what do we see here? Gonna put our milk in there and get some more cheese. So we got regular cheese and goat cheese. You can see the difference there. One is like the cheese is a small wedge, and the goat cheese is larger and rounder and lighter, and that is more valuable. And we got all kinds of things. Oh, look at there's a rabbit's foot. Awesome. So our rabbit gives us wool and rabbit's feet. Periodically, not all the time, obviously, but you get them, and those are valuable too. And you can see their quality. It has quality just like other items do. That's a gray quality, which is better than no quality, rather than normal. To step up from there, so that's cool. I like that. I like getting free gifts. Oh, I love all the pickles. We got a wine ready. So we got quite a few things ready. That's great. And we got cauliflower that's ready to go too. So that is a cool thing. I'm kind of organizing it. I'll say, what am I going to what am I going to get rid of? What am I going to keep? Need to get something else to put in our preserve jars. And we are going for the cauliflower. You can see that's what I have the most of. I could do strawberries. I think I'm going to do a strawberry wine. There we go. I did cherry wine last time. Takes a while to do the wines, but it's still, again, you can throw the produce and things in your shipping bins, or you can process them and you can make a lot more money from it. So at this point, because I'm playing really slow and relaxed, I'm not concerned about making tons of money really quickly. I want to make money, and it'll get there. It'll get there. So I'm not going to go throw those things in the shipping bin. I'm going to go put them away, and some of them will be used in the preserve jars, and some of them will be used to make seeds for the following spring, next spring. So, okay, cool. We've got a wine, we've got pickles, we've got cheese, we've got mayonnaise. So we should have a pretty decent amount of money overnight. Look at all that. And we're gonna head to town here in a second. Never leave town without your axe. I'm sorry, your hoe, because you can find the wormy things. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be making something for Pierre. Sashimi? How do you say that? I don't know how to say that. And let's see. I think I have to go in to my stove and find out if I know how to make that. And the ones that are black where there's question marks, it means I don't know how to make those dishes. The ones I know how to make are, you can see an item there and it tells me. And so I know how to make it. All I need is a fish, any fish. So if I go down to my little fishing chest here, let's say, okay, what have I got in here? What's a low quality fish that I have a lot of? And grab one, a fish, doesn't matter. Thinking, okay, I don't want any rare fish, so I'm just going to grab a perch, and I'm going to go in here to my stove or my kitchen and click on that, and guess what? Bing! Ta-da! I can take that to Pierre. How awesome is that? He'll give us money for it, so that's cool. And that was a fish. Now remember, a fish is free because when you fish them, it doesn't take anything. It doesn't take any kind of money. So whatever we get for it is 100% profit. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go see Pierre. 10:30 on a Sunday morning. He should be there. Hey, Pierre, you certainly are. What's George doing going in the back? What the heck? Yes, behind the counter. We want to make sure we go behind the counter. And we got to click it and give it as a gift. And he was very, he's trying, he wanted the fish so bad. So he's very happy with us. So what do we get for that? 1,000! He gave us 1,000 gold for making that for him. We get relationship points. We got 1,000 gold, which we desperately need. We're only just around 13,000 right now. So I was very, very excited to see. That's when my mouse was going back and forth, back and forth. It's like, yes. Again, I'm trying to catch people and say hi to them. When I see them, let's see, what do we got here? A small, Willie wants a small mouth bass. So I'm not sure. You have to really read these quests carefully. Sometimes they want you just to bring you something, and sometimes they want you to gather something. So you can't just take it from your chest and put it, again, take it to them. Sometimes you can, but you have to read them carefully. So I'm thinking, okay, where does this rabbit foot go? I was pretty sure we needed it for the community center. I just didn't, oh, there it is. And we finished a bundle. Yay! And it was the Enchanter bundle. What do we get? What do we get? I'm so excited. Come on. 5 gold bars. Oh well. That's okay. It helps our relationship with the Enchanter guy, with the wizardy guy. And that relationship's coming along. He's kind of a tough guy to get to know. So I'm also looking here at my different ones and making sure that I have at least one heart with everybody. And I do believe that I do. So you can see Harvey's got 4 hearts left to go, and we got to work on that relationship. Got to always be working on your marital relationship if you have one. You don't have to have one, but if you do, then you need to maintain it. It's really no different than a real life relationship. You have to maintain it. You got to do things to keep it good and fresh, and so it's similar. I don't know if that's the reason behind Concerned Ape, and that's why he did that. As far as I know, it's the only relationship that once you get it up to the highest level possible, that it's the only one that I know of that you got to maintain. So we're going to head on home and put away our 5 gold bars. It's really nothing to sneeze at, really, if you think about it, because you have to get gold and you would have to process it. And gold is, you can see I only have 9 gold ore and 42 bars. So it obviously, I don't have a whole lot. So really 5 gold bars, that's okay. We'll take that. Mr. Wizard, thank you so much. The bulletin board, if you looked at it closely, or if you've ever noticed it, those are specific people have put those things on that bulletin board. So it helps your relationships with them. I don't know how much, but it does. To do those community quests, the bulletin board community, different ones. So it really does help. So anything to help those relationships. So we're going to go back into town. Oh, look at all the forageables we can get here. Daffodils and dandelions. And I think I've mentioned before in previous episodes that I love dandelions. And I used to have a really big yard that had dandelions in it. And my poor spouse would go out there and try to get rid of them. But when he cut the lawn, but I would go out and kick the dandelions when they matured and make new dandelions. Shame on me. I loved them. I love dandelions. But they really are weeds, but they're such pretty weeds, don't you think? So I'm just chit-chatting with a few town members, trying to work on those relationships. I'm looking at what might be available as far making sure that we have everything. I'm pretty positive that we have some of everything. As far as spring seeds, and I'm also looking at how long it takes. Kale, for instance, takes 6 days. I think I have kale already, but I'm not 100% sure. And I've got 6 days would take us to 27. The day would be 27. So there's so much of this I can't grow because it's too late. As you can see that he has other things for sale, and it does change for the seasons and stuff. Talk quickly to Caroline, and I'm like terrified of giving her the wrong thing. I'm also looking where's she at on my list. I really want to start working in a methodical way down my list of people. It's like, Willie, well, I don't want to fish that up, Willie. So eventually I'm going to get a better system down for making sure that the relationships get worked on as far as getting those hearts up, and work down my list so that I can make sure I have a certain level of hearts with each member of the village. I think it's called Village. Pelican Town, I think it's called, and I think they're called villagers. I think I'm trying to find the right terms that you would see if you're looking at the wiki. I think that they're called villagers or citizens. Not sure which. But I was thinking, I was going to buy, I thought maybe I should buy these. I thought, no, maybe I shouldn't. Every 10 seconds I can get more. I don't need to do that. I can make my own. Look at that. And so it's like, let's go. I can make more. I've got some potatoes. So I've got things that I can use in next year to make for next spring. And so I'm just really kind of putzing around with this seed maker. I'm not really super serious or methodical about it, but I just really think that to me it's one of the coolest things that you can get in the game. And you can see it takes 4 days to get a parsnip, so let's get some parsnips growing. You can see I've got 7 days left in the season, so I've got plenty of time to grow them. So let's grow them with my free seeds. How many I get this time? 3. Yes, I get so excited when it's 3. I don't know why. So there's just little things that really get me excited here. And that's one of the things that really gets me excited. It's when I get 3 seeds from a single vegetable or fruit. It's like, yes, what do I get? 2. Okay, 2's good. That's better than 1. 1, I go, oh, bummer. But, you're getting a free seed from one vegetable. So it's like, oh, that's okay. I know, I have really some rareisms. 3 parsnips. That's awesome. Let's go plant them. So I'm just running back and forth. And the reason I'm doing that is because it takes 10 seconds. And I thought, in those 10 seconds, I can go ahead and plant whatever I'm trying to plant. And there's potato. And kale. And I wasn't sure. I thought I had, remember in the beginning, the first season, you're trying to get money as you're selling everything that you can possibly can. Well, I tried to hang on to at least some of each one so that I had something. Look at that, 3 potato seeds. Yes. Yes. Let's plant some potatoes. And again, you can use them for cooking. You can pickle them. I think that's all you can do with potatoes. I don't know if you ever have a quest, anybody asking for one. Oh, I got 1 for 1 that time. So that's okay. And let's go see. I'm trying to count my spaces here. How many do I have left? I don't know, 5 maybe. So let's pop that kale in there and get 2 potato seeds. Yes. Alrighty, dighty. So see, we're filling up our garden with our own seeds. That makes me so happy. Now I'm 99.9% sure we will not have enough cauliflower to make our own seeds. Let's see how many we got. 1 kale seed, so 1 for 1. Oh, I was so mad. Like I had 1 kale and I got 1. So again, I'm standing here looking and seeing if there's any space left to plant anything, and there's not. I don't have any space left. I'm looking at my journal, looking all kinds of places, and thinking, okay, it's 6:40 p.m. What could we do? I don't have a cork bobber, so we can make one and make a quick cork bobber. The slime that we've been saving, good idea. Because with slime and wood, whoops, it's like, oh my gosh, we need hardwood too. I forgot about that. See, again, hardwood, you're never gonna not need hardwood. Do you see that, how that would be? Because you need it for cork bobber, if you're going to use cork bobber, which is my favorite. So I use my bug bait to make baits, and I used my other things to make my cork bobber. So not too bad. And what I was doing is rebaiting these, I think they're called lobster pots or crab pots or whatever. Right now I've got, if you put bait in them, then they will get you something else. So in this case, I've got crayfish. But it's something, you never know what it's going to be for sure. Try to make sure I've got these things in the worst possible place. I really need to do a better job of moving them around and get stuff out of the way so I can actually get to them. So now I'm going to put the bait on there. So now I've got bait and a bobber on my fishing rod. So that's cool. I wasn't sure if I had any crayfish. So I thought, I'll just tuck them away. I don't think I did. So I'm getting my backpack clear as possible so that I can get as much fish as possible. I have enough room to do a little bit of fishing. It's 7:50 p.m. So let's go do some fishing. Again, when we've got bait and we've got the cork bobber, our green bar that we have to keep the little cursor thingy in, it's so much bigger. And so that's been my go-to for fishing, even the most difficult fish. I've tried using other types of lures and baits, and I've never had any better luck than I do with the current setup that I have. Never. And so that's why, that's me, and that's just me. I know when I was trying to get a certain, and my other playthrough that's much farther along, I was trying to get one of the legendary fish. There's only, you catch one and that's it your whole life. And I got all kinds of suggestions and tips, and I tried them. Nothing worked. I went back to this setup, and I was able to catch that fish. I just had to be patient. So again, your fishing level and your equipment does make a difference. And right now, I'm just fishing. I want money. I've only got just short of 13,000, and we need so much more. We did already upgrade our coop and our barn to the max, which is called Deluxe Coop and Deluxe Barn. That's 12 animals each one. We need sheds. We need some upgrades on our house, and all of that takes gold. So we're working on getting it. So we are gonna. You see the if you're fishing and actively fishing, the characters stop behind you. I thought that was kind of interesting. It pauses. So we're just gonna let him watch us fish. Don't worry, we're just fishing. No big deal. Fishing, fishing, fishing. Again, if you've watched the previous 31 episodes, you will hear me complain about fishing until you are so sick of it you're going to scream. Please don't scream. Fishing does get easier. And if you stick with it and don't complain too much, then you'll get the fish. And getting the fish is a good thing because money. Again, that you saw that we've got, we caught a fish, and then someone requested a fish, the Sashimi or whatever it is dish. We made it, and we made 1,000 gold just from fishing up. It could have been any fish, the easiest, cheapest fish available, and that was 1,000 gold. So you never know. You never know what's going to be requested on that board, on that bulletin board outside the market there. And there's another one, you've seen it in previous episodes. There's a different bulletin board further down, closer to the river. It's an advanced board, quest board, really. It's more for advanced game, and they're tougher things that you can do to get money and challenges for you. Oh, there's a treasure chest. So it's like a touch thing. It's like, I want the treasure chest, but I don't. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's why they're dangerous. So I lost the fish and I lost the chest because I was trying really hard to get it. I wasn't paying close enough attention to where that fish was. Or my I don't know what you call it, the green bar. I don't know how else to describe it. So it's 11. I still want to kind of fish here for a while if I can. And fish, 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 stay on there. Get on there, guy. And if you haven't fished before, you haven't seen fishing before, you keep your fish within the green bar, and then the far green bar goes up and it hits the top, you get your fish. And it's if you're using a PC, you have to click a mouse. You gotta click, 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 or hold it. Holding it just makes your green bar either go all the way to the top. If you let it go, it goes all the way to the bottom. If you put it at the bottom, it bounces. Treasure chests are dangerous because I got the treasure chest. Now I got to make sure I keep that fish on the bar or I lose both, as you saw. But we got it. So what did we get this time? We got some bait. Just 2 pieces, but who cares? Bait is bait, right? I did want to take a moment to mention that I am not a professional sound engineer, so occasionally you're going to hear background noise. And for Christmas, someone got my cats a new toy, and it's got crinkly paper sound inside of it. I don't know what's inside of it. It's really noisy, but it's also their favorite toy. So they both play with it, they both carry it around, they both chew on it. And so you may hear that, and I'm not going to stop them from doing that. My boys are old. They turned 13 years old, and they're not in the best of health. So if they want to sit next to my desk and play with a crinkly, noisy toy, I'm going to let them do that. So what I was doing here is looking at this, and Willie wants us to catch 3 smallmouth bass. So I was trying to decide, I think you have to catch them. It's not a matter of are they in your chest, it's a matter of you got to catch them. And I accepted it because I think I caught one. Yes, I did. And so I thought, well, maybe we can go see Willie and get some money and reputation. So anyway, it's 12:30 a.m. It's time for us to boogie on home. Hello, home. Love my little home there. It's like, okay, what am I going to throw in here? What else can we have? We don't need that. We don't need that. I don't need that. We'll keep the bass. And so I was checking my fish chest, and also I'm noticing that I don't have any room to put my fishing rod. It's like, oh my gosh. So what I'm looking at here is saying, can I take anything out of here? And I'm realizing I'm going to have to make another chest. It's time to divide that out. So I divide it out by one. In the beginning, I do one chest is fish and one is crustaceans and things. So let's see what we got for money. Oh, look at that. 3,800. Yay. So I like more, but that's better than 0. So 22nd day of spring, year number 2. We got 8 days left in the season. We're up to 16,700. And by habit, I'm checking the weather report. And really, at this point, only the weather report matters if you're trying to catch a fish or something it has to have on a rainy day. That's the only real reason. There's also tips that you can see every day. And I always forget about blocking incoming attacks. I'm just usually swinging that sword for my dear life. So I do forget about that. It is a rainy day. Oh, look at these beautiful plants growing here. And getting my things that I need for my chores to get done this morning. Oh, good. We got pickles ready. Our water dish is filled up. Don't need to worry about that. And double checking. Oh, look at the star fruit. It's growing. And whenever it rains, your animals stay inside. So that's why I left the gate open. And hello guys, how are you doing here? So we got Nanny the goat. You gotta face the right direction to milk your animals. Large goat milk, gold star, that's awesome. Good, again, that goes up on your based on your relationship. And we got a iridium star milk. How wonderful is that? And that's all because of the relationship. Now you don't always get iridium, you just get higher quality. Look at all these eggs. And also when it's rainy, it's really easy to make sure you get all of your animals petted. And it's really important to get those relationships up because of the quality of the products that they give you. So we've got a couple of eggs in here. We also got a duck feather. That's cool. Again, I look at my eggs and say, what do I have the most of? And I take one and pop it into our mayonnaise machine. We still have something growing in the incubator. We'll see what it is. I hate it when I forget to close that gate because the animals take advantage of my mistake and then get out and run around. Stinkers. So I thought I'd run over here and grab anything that's ready. Hopefully I won't forget anything. No, I don't want to eat the potato. That's why I just clicked off of it. I clicked on my hoe instead because there's so many times where I click that. I get so annoyed when it says you want to eat it. No. And it does that because something's highlighted and I've clicked me instead of the ground or whatever I'm trying to click. So I'm looking, trying to make sure I don't miss any. Look at these potatoes. We got quite a few. I think that's our first batch that we had planted. I'm not sure. Oop, look at that. Yay. It's like, okay, let's put away the stuff. And we put away our veg. Let's see, we got one preserve jar done. They're all off schedule right now. Later on, I get them on schedule. Especially when I put them in a shed, I do them all at once so that they're done all at once. Otherwise, you're running by and checking them every single day, and there's no need to do that. Lining up the things that I'm going to pop into the shipping container, and lighting up. I don't think I have to have those fish on me for finishing the quest for Willie. I don't think, but we'll find out because I can't remember. Pop those things in there. We'll find out what we get for all of that, and run on down. Let's see, what is it? 9 o'clock in the morning. Willie should be available. I can't remember what time he opens up his shop. I can never remember when the shop's open, when they're closed, which is silly because if you open the map up, you can easily see what days they're open, what days they're closed, and I just always forget. I'm not bringing Clint any copper ore. Let's see, fishing. It says I haven't caught any. Oh, man. Not sure. And there's the other bulletin board I told you about. Again, that's more advanced game, so it makes it a little bit. It makes it more of a challenge for the more advanced game. Gives you something more to do and work on. It's a little bit difficult at early stages because the things that you request are kind of above you. Okay, and so I make a mistake here. So when you talk to someone and they had a quest, sometimes when you talk to them, the quest is it'll automatically give them whatever it is you're supposed to be giving them. Sometimes you have to take the item, put it in your hand, and give it to them as a gift. What I failed to notice is when I checked the quest on my quest log, it said I had not caught the fish that he was looking for. There's that guy, the rainy guy that gives you the special amulet thing for marriage. He's always there on rainy days. So if you ever get hankering to marry multiple people, you can always come back here on a rainy day and it's a pendant. I'm sorry, get the pendant. But I think we don't do that. We got our guy, and we're happy with him. So, let's see what we can do. And we know this is where we get the best. Oops, I really didn't think that I could do that. I didn't think I could reach the other end of the river, but apparently you can, which means I can't go max direction from here. So let's see if we took that quest because we thought we had what we needed to fillet smallmouth bass. So there's one. Now we know we have that one. What I decided to do is move down a little bit so that I can send it out max distance and not hit the other bank, because that was annoying me. I don't think the distance really, the max only, I think supposedly you can catch better fish and like your more advanced fish and things. Oh, another one. How about that? So I think when I should have been paying attention to my quest log, because I think it would not tell me that I had what I needed. It would be flashing, and I'm probably going to mess up again. I hate watching this because, like, oh, that was so stupid. But I didn't know it at the time. Please don't give him it. Don't give him that. Yeah, thankfully I didn't give it. So then I take a look, and what does it say? You have to catch 3 smallmouth bass. It says I've caught 2. If I paid attention. So I don't know if it means, I don't know. I don't understand why. I've caught all of these fish in the lab since, no, I caught them before I got the quest. That's it. I caught them before I got the quest, and I've caught 2 after I got the quest. So we need to go catch another smallmouth bass. And I thought, let's fish off the bridge. I knew I could. So I don't care. As long as I get a bass and I get my quest guide flashing, then we'll be good. So really, it really pays to pay attention to the quest log and to the quest that you accept, and which I obviously didn't pay very good attention here. So what do we got now? Smallmouth bass. Now it says I've caught 3. So what happened was, in this case, I took the quest after I had caught the fish. This time, and then since I got the quest, I've caught 3 fish. So that's why it's going to work this time. And like, if I just paid attention to my journal, it would have told me that. So yay! Yes, they are in the rivers. Here's your reward. Okay, my reward. It wasn't a whole lot. It was 150, and I get to keep the fish. So cool. Which we'll just sell them. So it doesn't matter. Let's check our relationship. I was looking for Willie. Got 3 hearts. Also wanted to see normal gifts, which I believe is neutral, meaning it doesn't help or hurt relationships. I think that's what that means. I think like gifts increase it, and loved gifts increase it even more. And if you're smart, you're paying attention to the calendar, then you don't forget their birthdays, because birthdays are awesome. And we'll take a quick look and see. What does it say? It says grow some potatoes. Oh, drop a few potatoes in a keg and bring a batch to Pam. So apparently she wants us to make beer with potatoes. I think that's what she's saying. I'm not going to take the order, Clint. And let's see. Nobody's birthday. A flower dance is coming up. And it looks like, I think that's Pierre's birthday. Or is it Harvey? Somebody's birthday's coming up in a few days. We'll figure it out. I forget birthdays. I'm so bad about that. But then when I start really focusing on it, I'm obsessive about it. I really tried at the beginning of this season, of this year, didn't I? I said I'm not going to mess up. I'm going to make sure. And I messed up. So that's not good. I clicked on the wrong one. I got some coral. And I'm making a new chest, as you can see. It's time. There we go. And it's like, okay, what am I going to put in it? So what I end up doing is dividing it down between fish and the shells and crustaceans and things like that, so that there's more room in the fishing chest for fish. Like I consider a crayfish. I debated. It's like, okay, does that go in the crustacean thing or does that go in the fish thing? But, they call a mussel a fish too. These are all called fish. But we're going to take them all out and separate them and make a lot more room in the quote fishing chest. And I like to keep them down here around the, look at these, I'm getting more stuff out of my bins. I need to get rid of those trees. I like to keep all the fishing stuff down here, which I will do that. And I actually picked up one of my pots. It's like, oh, what a dodo head. So put the pot back in the water. There we go. So all of the things that you see, there's a piece of trash. Trash goes in that recycling bin, and it makes, different trash makes different things. So it's kind of cool. So I'm going to put a chest here. And in this, I'm going to put all of these shells and crustaceans. Try to put them in order of quality. Right now, you can see I've only got a few of each one. But it's like, okay. And also, I think I'm gonna sell some too, just because we need the money. You know, after a while, I will collect and certain things, but I mean, we need the money so bad. Everything but the coral. The coral we're going to keep because we can make the speed, deluxe speed grow. Fish and pull away. So getting a little bit better organized. Well, sort of. Almost organized. Semi-organized. And keeping our kilns and our furnaces going. And it looks like we've got another wine ready. So that's cool. We'll have to decide what we're going to put in there. Oh dear. She wants us to keg a few potatoes, 12 batches, and place the product in Pam's kitchen. Okay. Huh. I don't know about this. We'll see. We may have to abandon this particular quest. We'll find out. We'll see. Like, okay, I don't have very many potatoes. I'm not going to get very many. I planted some, but I don't know that if I'm going to have enough making potato seeds. And I want to put it in there. There we go. And we got ourselves some wine that we can throw in our shipping bin, which right now is this strawberry wine. So right now it's the only thing to do with our wines at this time, aside from keeping them, is stick them in the shipping bin. So that's what we'll do, and we'll see how much money we make. So that's cool. It's 22nd day. We've got 6 more days left. So, oh, 3 potatoes. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato. Looking at my seeds again. I was still thinking about that quest that I took. I was like, oh, okay. Because she wanted, it looks like I needed 12 batches of 12 potatoes in the kegs and 12 batches of beer, I think it comes up with. So it's like, oh my, that I don't think that's doable. I don't think we're going to end up, I don't want to use all my potatoes up just for Pam, right? So I wasn't sure. I was thinking, I was pondering this. What should I do about that? Should I be concerned about it, or should I just plant whatever? Obviously, we want potatoes, so I don't know. I was thinking about it. Ooh, oak resin. Oak resin and coral makes deluxe speed grow. So eventually, you're going to see me putting a whole bunch of oak trees in and tapping them all. And I was looking at how many spaces I had for stuff, and you're going to see me plant those and tap them all so that we can really get the oak resin cranking. Because again, I don't like to buy that stuff. I like to make it myself, so I can make deluxe speed grow from oak resin and coral. So obviously we need to go down to that beach a lot more until we have something else special happen that helps us with that. Again, I'm trying not to do too many spoilers because I think I have people watching that's never played the game before, and I don't want to spoil it for you. But I have some things, and I apologize. I don't mean to, but I just get rambling, and then it kind of goes from there. So I was thinking about making another keg, even if we don't do the thing for Pam. The more kegs we have, the more money we're going to make, because we could put wines in it and stuff. So that's what I was doing, is getting all the stuff ready for a keg and just keep them lining them up until we have a shed that we can put them in, and we'll stick them there. So right now we have 2. Unfortunately, she wanted 12 I just don't see that happening because of how long it takes and how so few potatoes that we currently have. Because you can see there's 14, 18, there's 18 total, and I don't want to use them all up because I really want seeds for the next year if I all can. So, and I would have to make like 12 kegs. So that's why I was looking at that, thinking about it. It's like, I just don't know that that's going to happen. I would like for it to, but again, that was an advanced quest. So in theory, if you got that quest at the right time of the year, if you didn't already have your potatoes planted, you could plant them all and put them in your kegs. And, again, it's an advanced one. So anyway, kind of plopping down some more garlic and looking at how many spaces do I have available for planting and how much time do I have to get them grown. It's the 22nd, so we've got 6 more days. Checking my hay, it's almost completely full. I don't overstress that until getting near the end of the fall, although when I end up with, usually I'll end up with 36 animals, so 36 times 30, I want to make sure that I have more than enough hay to last them through the winter. So what I end up doing, and you're going to laugh at me because I am a little bit OCD, I take, okay, how many total pieces of hay do I need, and how many do I need, how much hay do I need to gather in the spring, in the summer, and the fall. I divide it by 3 seasons, and then I make sure that at the end of each season, I've got 1/3 of what I need. The second one, I need to have 2/3 of what I need. By the end of the fall, I need to have them full. So that's kind of how I obsessively make sure that I have more than enough. So we got ourselves some parsnips. We're going to plant them really quickly in my little holes that I've got here. And trying to make, just making use of my time and space. I thought I had another one over here. There we go. Is that everything? I may have a couple more spaces that I'm not seeing there. And that's okay. And I'm another part. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it. I'm getting a lot of 3 seeds lately. I don't remember that happening, but I'm really grateful that it is. Makes me so happy. And I knew I had one somewhere. I knew, actually, I've got a couple, but I can't really see. I mean, I know I've got pretty good vision, but I do have a little bit of trouble. That's why I don't play too much at night in the game. I just don't play too much at night in the game because I can't really see the screen very well, even with my glow ring on. So, looking at my seeds, I'm starting to keep a few tree seeds so that I can get trees planted in certain places. And I was just looking at my seeds and checking. This is the summer vegetables and fruits, and I was thinking, okay, what do I want to use? What do I want to make seeds of? I had exactly 1 radish, and I thought, I'm thinking about it. I think I probably ought to pop that in the seed maker. I was thinking, do I have any radishes? I have. Yeah, we will be buying a few seeds just so that I can have enough of everything, so that I have a supply of all of the fruits and vegetables per season. And I know that I think I did succeed in that. The first year, I was pretty sure that I had gotten everything. I was pretty sure. So we're gonna make some more refined quartz. Again, you keep these things moving, and and they're right here by the house. That's why they're here. It's so convenient. It's like, okay, get that quartz going. And look at that radish seed. How nice. 2. We got 2. That makes 3 for next year. So anyway, we'll see. I want to make sure that I've got a little of everything. And oh, look at that. What are we going to put in the preserves? It's so tempting to not put put the cauliflower in. I could put anything in it, but it's for $400 per jar. That's $800 right there. That's going to go in the shipping bin, on top of everything else that was already in there. So we should have a pretty good night profit. I can't wait to see it. And we're going to go to sleep, and then we'll see what we got. So I think it's going to look pretty good. And day 22, spring year 2, and 30,000. And there we go. The salmon berry wine was only 15, so that was not very expensive. So I'm probably going to dump the rest of them. But you can see the pickled cauliflower, we got 1,200 out of it, so that's really good. And look at the fish, and these are the non-fish. Those are foraging items, I guess, and these are the fish. We didn't fish a whole lot, so we got a few. So that's good. So again, these all add up. And then a duck feather is 300. So with that, that's going to end our episode for today. Thank you for following along. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. And we're going to look and find out what that explosion was soon. Thank you so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.